Julian, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing great. I get to talk with you and find out a lot about the new film.
Yeah.
Working with Ma'am Bailey has got to be a joy.
Yes, it is. It is amazing. The moment I met Mayim doing the show that we do on Fox an incredible meeting. She's just a person who's full of love and full of joy, and really wants to tell great stories. And I think this movie this is her first time directing, and she knocked it out of the park. She did an amazing job. At being directed by a friend, you would think, oh man, like I wonder what this experience is going to be like. But it was amazing because she knew, when to push, when not to push. She has it all as far as the director goes.
Well, after working with her on the series Cat, you must have a shorthand with her.
Absolutely, absolutely. Coming from the multicam world, which is where she's, what she grew up in, and her, assisting me in that era, it was that genre of television and film it's a different world, when it comes to multicam, and her being able to transition and have that same, just like you said, that short talk, man, that she just knows exactly what to do in order to pull the right thing, so yeah.
Do you enjoy being in front of the camera? And I know that you do a lot behind the camera. So kind of which hat do you like wearing?
I love both. I love telling great stories. I find myself, I write a lot as well. And I have some things that are, right now in the works, man. I'm trying to find the right ingredients right now. But yes, I love writing. I perform at the Groundlings. I'm an improviser as well. And I love sketching comedy. So it's so many things that I want to do. So many people that I want to work with. Jordan Peele comes to mind. He's an amazing storyteller. I find myself yearning to work with him. One of my first jobs actually here in LA was Key and Peele with Jordan and Keegan. So yeah, I'm a storyteller, man. That's what us actors do. We tell stories, and that's what I want to continue to do.
I work with the Groundlings in the day with Mindy Sterling and
yes,
and that group of people. And I'll tell you what, nothing prepares you for drama like improv.
That's right. That's right. I mean, because we are, when you're working, it's an emotional improv when you're working and you're acting, and you don't know what emotion is going to come up as you say certain lines. You rehearse it a certain way, but when you're there, it could be a totally different thing, man. And when you're in the moment, it could be a totally different thing. So yeah, that's what improv allows you to do is to just stay in the moment.
Talk to me a little bit about your character, Derek, in this movie.
Yeah, Darren,
he's very multi-layered.
He is. There is a funness about Darren, but there is also, since he's helping with their the hospice. He's a hospice care worker, and there's a very fine line that he has to thread because Diana's father is transitioning, and with that transition, Darren is trying to make it, not only what's the word I'm looking for? He's trying to make this thing
comfortable.
Exactly, not just comfortable, but in a way to where his passing can be accepted, because the main character, if you watch the film, the main character, Diana, she has a lot going on. She has a lot of different feelings and emotions with her pops. So him trying to walk that fine line of helping them transition. He's, sort of a soothsayer in a way, he's very multi-layered. Yeah, he is.
He's kind of a shaman in how his approach to death is different than what you might think.
That's right. He is. As we all are, we all have these different approaches when it comes to people passing on. And some people, I think, with Darren, he's way more comfortable with it because it's his line of work. And him being comfortable allows other people to be comfortable. So I think that's the special thing about him, that he's able to provide for Diana's character, so yeah.
Tell me about walking onto a set with Dustin Hoffman and Candice Bergen.
Oh my gosh. Man, so I had this freak out moment, working with Darren, or working with Dustin, and it, growing up watching like Hook and Rain Man and these amazing movies, and later on, some of his earlier work, he's a character actor, and that's what I love to do, and he is the top tier. And getting over there, and I had a freak out moment. I'm like, this is Dustin Hoffman, man. I had a moment where I started reciting lines from Hook. And I also had moments of just learning from him, and watching his process. And his process is sort of an improvised sort of process that he does. And you're like, hold on. I asked him how he did Rain Man. And it was just incredible story of how like 2 weeks into the film, something clicked for him to where he really attached himself to the character. But I asked him, I said, I need to know, like, how did you play Rain Man? How did you do that? And the first thing he said was, I don't know. And I'm like, that gave me hope, because, you approach certain roles, you think, but then it's like, no, you don't really, not unless you're in it,
And that's a great thing about actors, is because a lot of actors don't really get into the roles until the costume is set, or they're in the, in the set, or something has to inform that character.
That's right.
So Dustin is a great storyteller, and he remembers Hollywood like it used to be.
Right. Absolutely. In those days where, a lot of those actors were being pulled, from Broadway. A lot of those actors were being pulled from Detroit, from the theater, from New York, from the theater. I'm from Detroit, and that's where I started actually in theater. I started over at Jeff Daniels Theater. Wow. So at the Purple Rose. So, theater actors are amazing actors. They take the time, not to say that other actors aren't, but, there's a different layer when you're working, with theater. So with theater actors.
And Candice Bergen, again, her Hollywood roots go all the way back. Her dad was such an incredible performer.
Yes. Candice is amazing. And her performance is, playing Mayim's mom, because the story is so closely related to Mayim's story, and watching the things that she had to go through. Candice's character is just, you hate her, but you love her. It's just, she's able to walk a line too, where you go, oh my gosh, like, I don't like this woman. But then the next moment you're like, there's a moment in the film where they all embrace, and, my character doesn't necessarily vibe with her character. And, during this transitional period, there's a sweet, tender moment where they all, are able to, hop on the same page. So, yeah.
Mayim, I've always heard that she is an incredibly giving person as an actress, but as a director, does that carry through? Does she allow you to riff a little bit?
She does. She allows you to be in the moment and feel. And I think the best directors allow their actors to be, and that's exactly what she does. So yeah, she's amazing. And, I don't think, I would be where I am without Mayim, as far as how giving she is, and how she sees the beauty in each and every one of her actors. Me and Kyla talk about it all the time, as far as, being on Call Me Kat. We all talk about how she's just so giving, and she's so nurturing, so yeah.
Will you be directing at any time?
My own stuff, yes, absolutely. I am definitely, this is definitely some stuff that I want to do. I actually directed a pilot of mine that I starred in. I wrote it and starred in it, and I played 3 different characters. It's insane. It's really fun. But yes, absolutely.
Being on the sets for things like, Call Me Kat and Good Girls and just about everything you've done, I would imagine every set is an education.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've learned so much, from Good Girls to, one of my first films that I did was with Hugh Jackman, called Real Steel, and
I know that movie back and forth.
Yes. You learn so much, and you take so much in. And I think the thing that people don't realize about the acting game is that it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know, a lot of people think that they can come to Hollywood and just pop, and then no, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes learning, it takes being knocked down and getting back up. You know, you get knocked down 9 times, you got to get up 10. That's just what it is, you know. And the things that you say no to, like there's certain roles that I just, you know, I go, no, I'm not, I can't do that, you know, certain things. And you have to know when to say no, when it won't be right for your career. So, yeah.
As we wind down our conversation, what do you think audiences are going to take away from As They Made Us?
I think that they will be able to relate to it in the way of learning to forgive and understanding how difficult your life can be. And everybody has to go through those moments. And I think that they will be able to relate to it on that level.
Yeah, this is a beautiful film. It's absolutely, you know, it's funny, poignant, sad. It takes you through that whole range of human emotion, and she does such a great job in directing. And what a cast! You guys are great.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Tony.
All right, you have a wonderful afternoon.
You too. You take care.
Bye-bye.